One resource is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
And Utah has around 100 crisis line workers. Medical specialist Emma Benson takes us behind the scenes of what it's like to answer those calls.
You've called the 988 crisis line. How may I help you?
A 3-digit number serving as a lifeline.
Are you feeling suicidal? Have you ever experienced these feelings in the past?
Diana Ballesteros Riano knows firsthand what it's like to be on the listening end of that phone.
It can be really hard to listen to some of those really tough situations.
Diana used to work for the Utah Crisis Line, answering phone calls from people in need.
Do you mind if we...
While this is not a real call to 988, Diana shows us what it might look like.
Everything that we do as a crisis worker is to help you and guide you through the process as you learn to identify your triggers, as you learn to identify better coping mechanisms that you can use.
That could mean leading someone in breathing or mindfulness exercises over the phone.
I'm going to have you identify 5 things that you see and try to describe them to me in as many details as possible.
Even just providing a safe space to have an open conversation.
We're not judging you. We're here to support you. And more importantly, we're here to make sure that you don't feel like all hope is lost.
We have a very educated, passionate, and compassionate team of real people that are available around the clock to answer those calls, chats, or texts for support.
Would you mind telling me if you feel safe right now?
Within the last year, 83% of calls made to 988 in Utah were resolved over the phone.
We will create a crisis response plan, helping the individual have a guide for if these feelings ever come back.
Crisis workers can also refer callers to additional services.
We can connect them to mobile crisis outreach teams, crisis receiving centers, or potentially inpatient or emergency department resources.
Was there a phone call that you answered that you feel like you helped to save a life?
Yes, those are the calls that you remember. Those are the calls that you don't want to forget. And by the end of it, you can hear hope coming back. I'm very thankful that I was able to help someone.
Emma Benson, KSL 5 News.
Emma, thank you. 988 crisis workers are available 24/7. Your conversations with them are free and they're confidential. So if you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health struggle, call or text 988.